Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Sneha and welcome to a video where I'm decluttering all my childhood books. So yeah, today is going to be a fun day because I am back home in Hyderabad. This is my parents' house, so different view, and they're moving houses. So I have been giving this responsibility to declutter all my growing up books. So the collection here that I have at home are the books that I bought in the pandemic, which I really love and I want to keep in my collection. And then I have books that I grew up with, kind of in like my teenage years and my adolescence and my very early 20s. But yeah, most of them are like, mystery thrillers and suspense thrillers and like random little romance books that I enjoyed at the time and I have really good memories with, but I don't really think I'm going to reread. So today I am revisiting those shelves and just like clearing it out and setting aside a bunch of books to be given away to a library so that other people can find use for them, because I feel like most of these books people don't really reread, but then if it's in like a ripe library, then more people can access it and it'll get more use out that way. I don't know if it's making sense to you, but yeah, that's the plan. So we're gonna go to the other room where all of these books are, and I'm gonna sort through them, put aside books, and then I'm going to show you all the books that I'm going to unhaul and the books that I am keeping. So yeah, let's go. Hello and welcome to a video where you really won't see my face because I've just covered it with this cloth because it's very dusty and I don't want to catch a cold. But yeah, you will see a lot of James Patterson thrillers in this video because I used to be obsessed with mystery thrillers and I used to buy them by the kilo by this bookseller near my house. You'll also see a lot of Jodi Picoult, like this book in my hand. I used to be again obsessed with her and I used to think her books were the peak of human interest stories. I'm actually keeping her entire collection for nostalgia's sake. You'll see the full collection at the end of this video. But yeah, a bunch of random books as well I'm gonna get rid of. I have a lot of like random romances. This is actually a tennis book which is my brother's, so keeping that. Like I said, random romances, random thrillers. I don't think I've ever read that book actually. I'm getting rid of all of the JKR books except for Harry Potter purely for sentimental reasons. I'm keeping those. Casual Vacancy, yeah, definitely not keeping that. Little small textbooks that I just randomly have. I'm actually giving all my MBA textbooks to my brother who's also pursuing a course in a similar field. So this is me asking him if he wants that, and he did, so that's great. And yeah, Jonathan Kellerman, again an author that I used to be obsessed with. He writes really good psychological murder thrillers and I think he's very underrated, honestly. Then yeah, again random Indian romance books. Also Harry Potter 7th book, of course I'm keeping this is the only one which is in good condition for me. The rest are tattered and much loved. And yes, Devil Wears Prada, a fan favorite for me. Getting rid of the random Stephen King that I have, and yeah, keeping the Paulo Coelho because I mean everybody's been to the airport at some point in their life, right? So yeah. Didn't Taylor Jenkins write like a tennis book right now? This is also a tennis book. I think it's very heavily inspired. In this book, actually heavily inspired than new Taylor Jenkins read. But yeah, Single Games by Lauren Waynesberger. So yeah, continuing with the decluttering. Jeffrey Archer back in the day used to be so popular. I've read most of his books, but I'm keeping a couple, but I'm getting rid of the typical courtroom drama, family drama ones. But yeah, not keeping this either. Then this is the second Harry Potter book, as you can see, much loved, much beloved. Definitely keeping that. Random Sydney Sheldon for you, not keeping that. This is an Indian book about Shah Rukh Khan, not keeping that as well. Yeah, what else? Any interesting things? This is a tennis book for my brother, so yeah, I can't get rid of that one. I just have random things in the bookshelf kept by my brother because I've not been living at home for the last few years and he has, so he's just filled my bookshelf up with his things. Random YA books. I don't think I've ever felt the need to reread these. I'm of course keeping the two Anuja Chauhans that are there in my collection here, not getting rid of that for sure. Random diaries. I think this was my brother's diary, so gave it to him. Keeping the Memory Keeper's Daughter. I think it's pretty fun. It's a nice book. I'm definitely keeping this book as well, Shoe Addicts Anonymous. It's a very, very funny book. And yeah, a few random books, not keeping that. This is my Harry Potter book 4 actually. It was so tattered that I had to rebound it into two separate volumes. And this is Order of the Phoenix. Look at the condition of that book. I bought it in 4th grade, if you can see. So, yeah, of course, not getting rid of those. Mojo Di Pico, just adding it to my collection. Sophie Kinsella for me is actually a comfort series. I've read Shopaholic so many times. I'm keeping those again for purely comfort reasons. Random more Jonathan Kellerman's and James Patterson books I am not keeping. This is a random book with no cover, imagine, and that's it. Okay, so we are done sorting through all the books to give away. So I just thought I'll give you an overview because I have certain author obsessions which I'm going to get rid of. So this is my Jonathan Kellerman stack. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Getting rid of all my Ashwin Sanghis. Then I've kept a few Jeffrey Archer, but I'm getting rid of this series in particular. I'm not a big fan of the Clifford series, I think it's called. They just dragged it on for too long. Also getting rid of the random Harry Potter ones. So Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, Casual Vacancy, and then the Robert Galbraith series, because yeah, only Harry Potter has significance for me right now. And then also these Jeffrey Archer books. So these are like random books which are actually pretty good. I really like Cain and Abel, but oh man, but these are really old and they're not in the best of shapes. So yeah, figure somebody else will enjoy them. Also getting rid of Barbara Taylor Bradford. I used to be obsessed with this series. I think it's called, not this one, Emma Harte, I think. But then I realized that it's the same concept again and again and again. So yeah, then all of these random books. I've kept most of my Jodi Picoults except this one. I don't really like it. And then all of my Matthew Reilly books, the adventure books that I used to really love, I'm giving away. And then this is a stack of like random Indian romance author books. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever reread these. These are just not the best in terms of writing and stories and all of that. And then again, one random stack here of single standalone books. So a couple of David Baldacci and then a couple of like YA books. I think this one's a YA book if I'm not wrong. But yeah, and then again another stack of smaller books. I've kept most of my Dan Browns except for The Lost Symbol. I hate this book and I've never read Atlas Shrugged. I don't think I'll ever read it. But yeah, I only have one Linkless Sparks book which I don't enjoy. This is one random book. And then yeah, I'm also getting rid of Revenge Wears Prada. I don't think it was good at all. And then my final author obsession stack. So I'm getting rid of all my James Patterson books. These are those books that you just read once and then you forget about them. So I think they'll have a better use in a library where different people can enjoy them. And yeah, this is the full overview of all the books that I'm getting rid of. And then these books are the ones that I'm keeping for my collection here. So this is the final view of all the books that I'm keeping from my childhood growing up books. So I've cut down the entire shelf into just like these 3 half shelves. So let's just start with the bottom shelf. This is a bunch of like litfic books that I have. So I have Kushan Singh Delhi, The Namesake by Jhumpa Lahiri, Gabriel Garcia Marquez, Love in the Time of Cholera, Kim Edwards, Memory Keeper's Daughter. This is a random textbook that I thought I'll keep, and these 3 are like tennis and one random history book that are actually my brother's. And then I have this one book which I don't have the place to put, but I really like this book. This is a really old book called Something Old Something New by Connie Monk. I really like this book, so I didn't want to part with it, so I've kept it. And then this shelf has my first edition Harry Potters, which are in like really bad condition. So this is book 2, this is book 4, book 5, and then book 7. I have 2 of my Anuja Chauhan's here. So I have The House That BJ Built and Those Pricey Thakur Girls. This is one series. And then I have 2 Paulo Coelho books, The Spy and The Alchemist. Again, I just didn't want to get rid of them at this point. And then I have like my Sophie Kinsella books, which are like my comfort books. And then I have a bunch of Lauren Weisbergers, so Devil Wears Prada and Everyone Worth Knowing in one book, Last Night at Chateau Marmont, and then The Singles Game. And then I have Shoe Addicts Anonymous by Beth Harbison. I really like this book. I think it's really funny, so I've just kept it in case, you know. Then I have a couple of Dan Brown books here. I've only kept Digital Fortress and Inferno, and then I have kept 2 Jeffrey Archer books, Paths of Glory and Not a Penny More, Not a Penny Less. These I think are so very different from his normal fare, so I really like these books. And then I have all my Jodi Picoult books. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yes, those are all the books that I ended up giving away, and those are all the books that I've kept. So in total I have giving away 84 books in total, which is a lot. Sounds like a lot. And yeah, I'm just glad that maybe somebody else can use them and derive more use of them, because right now over here they're really rotting because nobody else in my family reads them anyway, and I don't think even I will want to reread them at any point. So yeah, that's it. That's the video. If you're still around, please like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that. Let me know if of your obsessions in your growing up years. What are the books you like reading, and what were your favorite books, and what are the kind of memories associated with these books. As you saw, I ended up keeping quite a lot of books that have really good memories for me. Maybe in like the next round of unhauling I will remove those, but for right now I'm just keeping them. But yeah, that's it for the video. Thank you, and I'll see you very, very soon.